Alright, here it is. Why did I become homeless? Well, first off, I want to say that I wasn't forced to be homeless. I wasn't in the foster care system or anything like that. Like, my mom had a place that I could have stayed at. I was staying with my stepdad at the time. And, I don't know. I just want to make it clear that it was my decision. Nobody made me be homeless. You know what I mean? There were a lot of things going on, like a lot of reasons why I made the decision that I made that I'm going to talk about, just to give a little context of my situation. Like I want to tell this story because people are asking about it. But this, like, making a video about why I became homeless will be a really long video if I give every little detail, right? So I'm not going to be able to give every detail. I'm going to have to summarize it. But it's a whole lot to summarize, and it's something that I don't think about on a regular basis. It's actually parts of my life that I try not to think about. You know what I mean? It's one of those pivotal moments of my life that was really hard for me when I was in it. So just to give a little context of what was going on before I became homeless. 18, 19, I had already had 2 kids, 2 children by an older woman, and things were already going south with that. I had my first child when I was 15 years old, and my second child by the time I was 16 years old. So by the time I had that video, I was already a parent of 2. I ended up getting my birth certificate around 18, 19 years old, and I saw the name in the father section of the birth certificate, and that shit blew my mind. And that had a lot to do with why I made the decision that I made, because there weren't any answers for me. There weren't any answers for why this man isn't my man, or this man isn't my father, and who my father is. You know, where he is, who he is. Like, there was no answers, and it angered me. It angered me. I don't know, man. Me and my stepdad never really had a good relationship, you know? So I didn't want to stay there. So, also, I need to let you guys know that I have been a runaway my whole life. Like, that's what I do. When I have problems, I run away. First time I ran away, I was 7 years old. So, yeah, that's what I do. So, 19 years old, got a lot of problems going on. I'm tired of the problems continuously going on. I'm fucking out of here, bro. I'm about to go do it on my own. So I leave. Alright, so look. I'm in Starbucks. I'm chilling. Probably smoking a blunt, whatever. And I meet this guy. I don't know how I build a relationship with this guy. Just smoking, chilling. We talking about, like, our future, our goals, our past, and all that shit. We click up. He ends up telling me that, he's in some similar situations, and he's ready to go out on his own, and he has a mother in Sacramento, and he can have a fresh start out there if he goes out there, and, his mom has been begging him to go out there, and, all this and all that, right? So, I'm like, well, shit, this is a ticket. I'm going to go out there with the boy, and at least I have a place to stay, and I can start fresh, To be honest, the dude might have been gay. He might have liked me. And that's why he took me out there. Because, maybe he thought it was going to be like a little relationship or something. I don't know. This is where I officially become homeless, right? I get to this guy's house, and the mom's, like, freaking out. Like, oh, can't afford to have company here. Like, I didn't know he was going to stay here with us and live with us. Like, he can't be here. You can be her son, but he can't. And so I was like, all right, cool. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I officially became homeless. Instead of like calling my mom or anybody to buy me a ticket back to Oakland or back to LA, I was just like, I'm in Sacramento now. Let's see what's popping. That's pretty much that. I'm gonna make another video about how I survived homelessness and then how I got out of it. So I guess that's 2 more videos because I want to post them on Instagram. I don't have my YouTube yet, and just posting a long video on Instagram is just not what I want to do, you know. So I'm gonna break it up in pieces. Hopefully you guys can understand. If there's anything that I missed in this video, let me know. And I also want to give out a little advice, because here's one thing I noticed, right? There's a lot of people coming to my page and telling me that I'm an inspiration and I'm a motivation, and they're asking me for advice and things like that. A lot of these people are in the same exact situation that I was in when I did that interview. They're 19, 20-year-old people, and they're homeless, or they're going through something in their living situation. And so that really hits me, right? That really hits me because the main reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today, as far as being an electrician, as far as being a person that I am, thinking the way that I think, is to create resources, or to gather resources to prevent what the fuck happened to me when I was a kid, you know, or to make that situation go a whole lot smoother, because there was a lot of things that could have, if certain things were set in place at that time, when I was homeless, then I feel like my transition would have been a whole lot better, right? Homelessness doesn't have to be as bad as it can be. And so, if I was to give any advice to anybody, I would say, man, just keep your head up, you know, find something to focus on. I wrote a lot. I wrote music, I wrote poetry, I wrote in my journal, a lot. Find something to keep your focus on other than your situation. Take pictures and keep up with your pictures. Get a Dropbox, use your iCloud, keep up with all your pictures, bro, because 10 years from now, you're going to look back at those pictures and you're going to be able to use them, if you have them, for moments like this, you know? And you could be doing a YouTube channel, and you could be showing all your pictures, and you could be talking about your story, and you will have a more visual, you have more of a visual for your story than I do, because I don't have a lot of those pictures. I didn't take a lot of pictures. And just trust your process. Everything's gonna be okay. You know, whatever you think will be. Like, literally, dude, people would come bring me food and I would eat. Like, I never had to worry about food. Never had to worry about clothes. Like, I had more shoes when I was homeless than I have now. And it's gonna be okay, man. It really is. So, peace, love, happiness.